The beer I have in my hand, which is warming up a bit out of the fridge, is the Dean's List, or Mike's Cum Laude Vienna Pale Ale at 5.6%. And on the label it says, took a different spin on this classic beer made famous by the Austrians and Mexico. Replaced the lager yeast with British ale yeast to speed up the fermentation and add some fruity esters. The Vienna malts are from the newly introduced Gold Pills Vienna, made in the US. Finally added some special roast and honey malt. Hops are classic UK Buggles and Goldings. So use my Brooklyn Brewery glass to support my local breweries, and give us a pour now that it's at the right temperature. Again, don't have to worry about the dregs because those bottles from a keg. I can already smell the sweet malts filling the room. So it's a very nice, pretty clear amber color. Definitely in that nice red amber color. I wonder what, the honey malt and the special roast give it some nice color, because Vienna is still pretty pale, hence the name. And there is a nice, about 1 finger, 3/4 of a finger of white head on top. So it's going for the aroma. Okay, so from a Vienna lager, you definitely get a lot of that, like Munich-y almost aroma, that sweet candied caramel, toffee, that sweet German malt, like candy malt that you get in a lot of like Oktoberfest, Vienna lagers, and there's a little bit of toastiness towards the end, but mainly smells pretty sweet. I don't know what its finishing gravity was, but it smells overall pretty sweet on the nose. Not too sweet, but sweeter than I would have expected. So, cheers. Yeah. Now that sweetness falls into the aroma, but has a nice, clean, crisp finish. I should say the sweetness falls into the taste from the aroma. A little bit of bitterness on the palate to dry things out. Yeah. To me, it doesn't taste like an ale, because with the ale character I find is like a little bit of drawing bitterness on my palate, but overall it still really tastes like a Vienna lager, which is cool because you used an ale yeast, and it still tastes like a lager, like an Oktoberfest, like a sweeter Oktoberfest. So, no critique I would give you, Mike, for this beer, because I'm not going to sugarcoat my reviews, is that the sweetness for me is just a little too much. And I don't know where your finishing gravity is, but I don't think I can really think of, because Vienna and special roast don't really add so much sweetness. Only honey malt would. So either dry out the beer a tiny bit more, or use a little less honey malt, and then that would crisp up the beer a little bit. Or maybe mash a little lower, and to keep the same recipe, because I don't know how much of the specialty malts you used. Yeah, overall, probably, since it is nice and complex, I would say the only thing you can really change for this great beer is to mash a little lower, just to crisp up the finish and make it more ale-like and more quaffable, because some people might say, I like the sweetness a lot. I think that if after 2 of these, I would kind of move to something else, just because it might get a little too sweet on the palate. But overall, really well done for trying to speed up the fermentation with an ale yeast, because it doesn't have a lot of that traditional German sweet malt flavor, which I really enjoy from time to time. So, actually, it reminds me of Sam Adams Boston Lager the most of any beer. Like, sometimes with a fresher Boston Lager, you get a little more hop bitterness and dryness, but this tastes like an average one that you would buy at like any store that you could find around the world. So pretty good. Cheers, Mike, and I'll shoot off to more brew day footage. Cheers.